Hey, what's up guys, it's Zach, and today I'm bringing to you awkward situations. And basically I just looked up random awkward situations and how I can relate to them and stuff, because why not? Maybe there's some advice out of this, even though I suck at advice. Anyways, I think it'd be fun, I don't know, to talk about random awkward situations and maybe funny stories about it, I don't know. Alright, so these are the top 10 social awkward situations possible, I guess. I don't know. I just found it and it has awkward stuff in it, so why not? Anyways, number 10 is forgetting someone's name. That's pretty bad. When they're like, oh, hey, what's up, Zach? And you're like, you. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, that's bad. Like, if someone knows who you are and you forget their name, that is the most awkward thing. I've never really dealt with that, so I don't know. I couldn't imagine having something like that happen. Like, someone walks up and they're like, hey, what's up, Zach? And I'm just like, hey, John? Like, whoops. I guess, I don't know. That's pretty bad. Just be like, I have short-term memory loss. Yeah, perfect. Question or number 9, making small talk and dealing with awkward silence. Awkward silences are the worst. Oh my, I can't tell you how many times my friend is like, I would go to hang out with my friend, and when we went to go pick up his friend because we were going to go hang out at this bonfire thing at the beach. Actually, he introduced me to 2 friends that night, and that was awkward because I had no idea who they were. Well, he/she was. I got in the car and she was in the car, and I was just like, oh, hi, I'm Zach. And then, she said hi, and then it was just kind of like a quiet, awkward ride until we got to the other friend's house. It was like, I don't know what to say, because usually it's just me and him, so we could talk about anything. But I didn't know her. I don't know if she has weird guy talk phobias. I don't know. So that was awkward. And then we met his other friend, and he was cool. So I don't know. I mean, really, I guess you just have to deal with the awkward silence or break the ice. Oh, there was one time when I first I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and we were at the park. So we were just kind of hanging out, and we were still kind of nervous with each other, so we weren't really talking. My friend was there because, I don't know, he was being weird. I don't know, that was a really awkward situation. We were just hanging out, and it was super silent, and we're just all kind of sitting there in different spots on top of the playground set or something. And to break the awkward silence, I was like, I watched 2 gay guys fight on TV today. What did you guys do? And she started laughing. He kind of giggled, and me and her were kind of talking, and then he was kind of like, he was like, he said something weird, well, I don't know why I'm not talking, so can we talk about something that I like? And we were like, sure. And then he didn't even really say anything because he couldn't think of anything. And he's like, I'm just going to go skate a little bit. And then he just kept skating around in circles, and we were like, he was Hunter. He was really weird. And he finally was just like, I'm going home, forget you guys. And I was like, okay, I don't really care. You're the one that wanted to hang out with us. We're still kind of weird with each other. Yeah, that was weird. She was a cool girlfriend, though. I miss her sometimes. Starts playing Drake. Another awkward situation. Let's see. Before I started talking to her, um, let's see. Yeah, this was before I started talking to her. We lived in the same, like, literally, like, almost on the same street, and literally, like, there was my house, there was another house, and then there was the park on the corner, and she lived, like, a street down, like, not even a block, maybe, like, half a block. You could see her house from the playground set, basically. It was, like, playground, and then it was a couple of houses, and then it was a turn, and she was on, like, the curb turn thing. And they were at the park one day. And, you know, we were there first. We were just hanging out. Me, my buddy, and his brother, and my brother. And we're all just hanging out. We're having fun. And this was after we, like, kind of outcasted that other kid I was talking about. Because he was, like, really weird. And he was always, like, bullying my brothers and stuff. So I almost, like, killed him. And him and my friend's little brother were, like, he was talking smack to him. Okay, let me restart this. Basically, me, Tyler, Reese, and my brother are hanging out at the park. Reese is my friend, Tyler is his little brother, and Matthew is my brother. So we're all just hanging out, and the kid from the other story that was hanging out with me and my girl that one day, his name is Hunter. He was super weird. Him and Tyler were talking smack to each other, and then he gets in Tyler's face. So Tyler stands up and he's like, "What are you gonna do?" And he puts him in a chokehold. And Tyler's like 3-4 years younger than Hunter, and it was hilarious. So Tyler does literally, he's in a chokehold behind him like this. I don't know how he does it, but he does a backflip over Hunter and puts him in a chokehold until he turns purple. And the two girls are still sitting on the playground set laughing at them. Tyler's not even trying to impress them. The, Darcy, that was her name. Crazy name, I know. She liked me, so it didn't matter. And her friend was this other chick, and she was weird, and I didn't really care to know her at all. Hunter gets embarrassed because he likes the girl that likes me. So he picks up his bike and tries to, like, throw it over the fence, but it catches on the fence, and he runs in and hits his face on the bike, and we lost it. We were sitting there laughing so hard. Like, I felt bad, because literally everyone there was, like, 7 people were laughing at him, but he deserved it because he was being a jerk off. So, yeah, that's fun. Let's see. What's another one? I know I have a bunch of awkward situations. What else? I know this one's awesome. Okay, so let's see. After I started dating, there was a lot of drama where I lived that time. My girlfriend, Darcy or whatever, we're dating, and there's this other kid. His name is Cole. He's a total loser or whatever, and he lives down the street from Darcy. So he hates me because I'm dating her, and he hates my guts. Like, he wants to kill me. And I had told my friends, basically, and I know they did it. I mean, come on. My friend, I told Reese, and his older brother was there that day. He lived with his dad, and, like, his parents were divorced. Reese's parents were divorced, and his older brother lived with his dad. So he was there that day. And we were talking about, like, enemies and stuff. It was weird. And I was like, yeah, mine lives right down the street. He's always, like, trying to fight me and stuff. And him, Reese and Brad, they went down the street. They grabbed a couple eggs, and they were like, yeah, we'll be back. And later, their parents come knocking on my door, and they're like, why did you egg our house? Blah, 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 you're all problems. And Darcy just happened to be walking her dogs at that time. And she starts attacking her, and my mom goes ham, yo. Like, if she gets into a verbal fight, she slays. Like, I don't even have to fight. She's got it. It's like Mike Tyson versus a baby. It's done. This lady, she's cursing up a storm and stuff. She's like, go away or I'm calling the cops. But it was hilarious. And she's yelling at my girlfriend, and my mom was like, you don't yell at her, I'm gonna whoop you. No, she didn't say I was gonna whoop her, but you get the point. Basically, they went home in self-defeat because they had their egg car. So, I'm just kind of like standing there by the door. And I walked out and talked to Darcy because I was bored and it was awkward and they were fighting and stuff. And yeah, that was cool. Oh, another one in that same neighborhood. Let's see. Okay, there were these also. I'm just going way off track. There's still like 7 more awkward situations, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. Let's see. There were these weird like Mormon neighbor kids, and one day their sister was babysitting them, and apparently they lost their baby sister who was like 2 years old. So literally, like, me, Reese, Tyler, and my girlfriend went walking around this giant neighborhood searching for a 2-year-old in the rain. We were soaked, our shoes were soaked and stuff, but, you know, it's the right thing to do. We get back to our house, and we knock on their door, we're like, we couldn't find her, and she's like, oh, it's okay, she was underneath the table. I was like, standing there, we were all sitting there in awkward silence, just kind of like, oh, and then she was like, yeah, and then she just closed the door on us. Not even a thank you. Yeah, it was a long, awkward silence. Yeah, that was pretty bad. So yeah. Anyways, all that from an awkward silence. Anyways, number 8 is going on a first date. I don't think I can say I've ever really been on a date. No, I've never actually been on a date, to be honest. Which is kind of weird, so I have nothing to do with that. Number 7 is confronting a coworker. Well, yeah. Actually, in school, when you get paired up with a group for a group project and the other people don't do anything, it's awkward, but you gotta yell at them. Like, do your part, or I'm gonna slap the white off you. And then it's awkward after that, and they kind of like hate you, but they don't say it to your face. So that's kind of awkward. So yeah, every time you just interact with them, it's just awkward. Oh, question 7. Talking to your kids about sex and other sensitive topics. That is so awkward, it's not even funny. I don't even want to talk about that. Number 5. I don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna skip it. It says talking about taboo subjects. Speaking about whatever. Oh, okay. Taboo subjects are like money, religion, politics. Oh, okay. Yeah, that can get awkward sometimes when you're at like a party or something, and then like everybody starts fighting over politics or religion and stuff like that, and then you're just kind of like the kid sitting there, just kind of like, oh, and you just kind of like sip on your juice, like. So that's fun and awkward. Number 4, owning up to a mistake. It's not really awkward, it just kind of sucks. Because then everybody hates you. Number 3 is surviving situations that involve the human body. I don't see how that's awkward, so. Number 2 is helping someone through their illness or grief. Don't really see how that's awkward. I mean, it's like the good thing to do. I don't see how you would find that awkward. It's something you should do. Number 1, dealing with people who make you uncomfortable. For me, that's everybody. So, that's not fun. Social anxiety is the worst. Like, we were at the beach one time, and there was like this party thing because they had like this recreation building, and it's just like this giant empty building, and they were having a Sweet 16 party. And you know, I don't have like any IRL friends, so I knew like no one there. I was just at the beach. And we're walking past, and there's these kids walking in. My parents are like, "Oh, what's going on in there?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a Sweet 16." And they're like, "Can my teenager join?" And I'm like, why? Like, inside, I was crying. Like, why? That was probably the most awkward. That was really awkward. I was like, why, parents? That's how I felt inside. I was like, are you, no, why? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Shut up! I apologize for any background noises. I can't get them to shut up. But yeah, that was really awkward. And I was extremely uncomfortable. I felt like I was dying inside because my heart started racing and stuff, and it was like an anxiety attack, and I was kind of confused. Like, it wasn't even that bad. I just need to chill. Like, it only lasted like 2 minutes, and I was like, okay, but I was like, why, Mom and Dad? Why? So yeah, anyways, that was awkward situations and stuff. If you enjoyed this, me talking about a bunch of random stories, then like it. If not, then don't. Comment, like, I don't know, and subscribe.